In today's video, we're breaking down accident-only pet insurance versus full coverage because this is one of the most confusing decisions pet owners have to make. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've ever wondered whether pet insurance is actually worth it or which type of coverage makes sense for your pet, this video is going to help you think it through very clearly. Most people don't start looking into pet insurance until something happens, maybe like a sudden injury or an unexpected illness or a vet bill that's way higher than expected. By then, it can feel stressful and overwhelming. So my goal here is to walk you through the differences before you're in a situation like that so you can make a calm, informed choice. Let's get into it. So let's start off with the basics. What is pet insurance and how does it actually work? So pet insurance is designed to help cover the cost of vet care when your pet gets injured or sick. So instead of paying the full bill out of pocket, you typically pay the vet first and then submit a claim and get reimbursed based on your policy. That's how most of them work. Most plans involve a monthly premium, a deductible, and a reimbursement percentage. What really matters most here is what types of situations are actually covered. And that's where accident-only and full coverage plans differ in a big way. Let's start off by talking about what accident-only pet insurance covers. So accident-only pet insurance does exactly what the name suggests. It covers injuries caused by sudden, unexpected events. This can include things like broken bones, swallowed objects, cuts, bites, or injuries from accidents. These plans are focused on emergencies. If your pet gets hurt in an accident and needs treatment, accident-only insurance can help reduce that cost. What it does not cover are illnesses, infections, or ongoing health conditions. Accident-only plans are usually more affordable, which is why some pet owners are drawn to them, especially if you're trying to keep monthly costs low. Now let's talk about what full coverage pet insurance covers. So full coverage pet insurance is often called accident and illness coverage. It includes everything accident-only plans cover, plus illnesses and medical conditions. This means things like ear infections, skin issues, digestive problems, cancer, urinary tract infections, and many other common pet health issues may be eligible for reimbursement. Full coverage plans typically help with diagnostics, medications, surgeries, and hospital stays related to both accidents and illnesses. Some full coverage plans also offer optional wellness or prevention care add-ons, which may help with routine checkups, vaccines, or dental cleanings. Now, why this matters so much more than you think. So the reason this decision is so important is because most vet visits are not accident related. Many pet owners are surprised to learn that illnesses are far more common than major injuries. An accident-only plan might help in a sudden emergency, but it's not going to help with the kind of health issues pets often develop over time. Full coverage offers broader protection, but it comes with higher monthly premiums. Neither option is right or wrong. It really depends on your pet, your budget, and your comfort level with risk. Now, let's talk about the cost differences between the two. So, accident-only insurance is usually less expensive month to month. This can make it appealing if you're on a tight budget or if you want basic protection for emergencies. Full coverage costs more because it covers more situations. And while the premium is higher, it can save you a lot of money if your pet develops a serious or ongoing condition. The important thing to consider is not just the monthly costs, but what you would realistically be able to afford if your pet needed care without insurance. Now, let's talk about when accident-only insurance might make the most sense. So, accident-only insurance can make sense if your pet is young, healthy, and has no history of illness. It may also work for pet owners who want some protection but are not able to commit to higher premiums. It also can just provide a peace of mind for sudden injuries without the higher cost of full coverage. That being said, it's really important to understand its limits and not assume illnesses will be covered. Now, when full coverage might be the better choice. Full coverage is often the better option if you want a more complete protection. Pets can develop illnesses at any age and treatment costs can add up pretty quickly. If you would struggle to pay for diagnostics, medications, or long-term treatment out of pocket, full coverage can reduce that financial stress. It offers broader support when unexpected health issues arise. Now, let's talk about coverage limits, waiting periods, and exclusions. So no matter which type of plan you choose, it's important to understand the details. Most pet insurance plans have waiting periods before coverage begins. There's also exclusions such as pre-existing conditions, which are typically not covered. Coverage limits and reimbursements percentages can vary as well. So understanding these details helps you avoid surprises later on and just sets realistic expectations. Now, in terms of pricing for pet insurance, it really depends on a couple different factors. It depends on your pet's age, its breed, location, and the type of coverage you choose. I just want to say too, sometimes the cheapest option is not always the best if it leaves you exposed to larger vet bills. So we do have a couple of recommendations. So if you want to check those out, we do have a link down below. If you click that link, you will go ahead and see the best pet insurance. So we've got a couple different options here. We've got Embrace, ASPCA, and Lemonade. Embrace is definitely our top choice. You get unlimited reimbursement at any vet, which is very rare. Covers illnesses, conditions, and accidents. You can add dental and prescription coverage, and then wellness plan for routine checkups, grooming, and training, and then over 18 years of pet insurance expertise. Then we've got ASPCA. So with this insurance, your exam fees covered plus 10% multi-pet discount. So you can get up to 90% cash back at any US vet. Complete coverage, accident only, and preventative care. It can also cover behavioral issues, dental, and hereditary conditions, and you can customize your plan to fit your budget. Then we've got Lemonade. So this is the more newer, high-tech type of insurance. This pet insurance starts as low as $10 per month. You can save big on tests, vaccines, and essential care. Coverage for spaying, neutering, and microchipping available, and up to 10% off with a bundle or multi-pet discount. Unclaimed premiums are donated to charities of your choice. So again, it really depends. I will say with Lemonade, because that's personally what I have for my dog. And again, it's not just about which one you like best. It's really important to take a look and be like, okay, what's going to be best for my pet? What does she or he specifically need? And what's going to fit with my budget? I personally love Lemonade because you submit claims in an app and it's really, really fast and easy, because I personally need something that's not going to take a million hours to try to just get the money back that I deserve from paying for the insurance. So that's why I personally love Lemonade, and you can customize it. But again, it's really important to take everything into consideration and figure out the best insurance for you and your pet. Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons of accident-only insurance. So one of the biggest pros of accident-only insurance is affordability. It allows you to get some level of protection without a high monthly cost. The downside is limited coverage. Illnesses are not included, which means many common vet visits will still be paid out of pocket. Now, pros and cons of full coverage insurance. Full coverage offers broader protection, like we've chatted about, and can help with a wide range of medical issues. It can reduce financial stress when your pet needs ongoing or unexpected care. The downside is the higher premium. You also need to pay attention to exclusions and waiting periods to understand what is and what is not covered. Now, should you choose accident only or full coverage? If your budget is very tight and your pet is young, active, and generally healthy, accident only insurance may provide enough peace of mind for now. It can help cover sudden injuries that come out of nowhere, like broken bones or emergency visits, without committing to a higher monthly cost. For some pet owners, having protection for worst case accident scenarios feels better than having no coverage at all. That being said, it's important to be realistic about what accident only plans do not cover. Illnesses, infections, and many common health issues are not included, which means those costs will still be paid out of pocket. If you're comfortable with taking on that risk and mainly want help with emergencies, accident only coverage can be a practical short-term solution. If you want more complete protection and are able to handle a higher monthly premium, full coverage is often the safer long-term option. Full coverage will help with both accidents and illnesses, which tend to be more common over a pet's lifetime. This type of plan can really reduce financial stress if your pet develops an ongoing condition or needs repeated care. Ultimately, the right choice depends on your comfort level, your financial situation, and your pet's age, breed, and health history. There really is no perfect answer for everyone. If you want to check out all of our plans side by side, I highly recommend using our link down below so you can see what makes the most sense for your situation. Get a quote from every single one of them and see what's going to be best for you and your pet. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on a couple bonus tips. So before choosing a plan, take a moment to think about how you would handle a larger vet bill if insurance did not reimburse you. Ask yourself whether an unexpected expense would be stressful or manageable. That honest answer can be one of the clearest guides when deciding how much coverage you need. Next is, when reviewing policies, pay close attention to what is excluded. Things like pre-existing conditions, waiting periods, and coverage limits can vary, and understanding them ahead of time helps prevent frustrations later. Especially with the pre-existing conditions, let's just say you took your pet in for some sort of rash or something, and it heals, but then it comes back, and maybe you got pet insurance in between there. They might consider that a pre-existing condition if it's the same rash, and so they might not cover that even if you have full coverage. So again, it's just really important to make sure you're reading all of the fine print. And I know reading the fine print can be tedious, but it can save you from surprises when you actually need to file a claim. Consider enrolling your pet earlier rather than later, even if they're currently healthy. Coverage options are often more flexible, and pricing is usually better for younger pets. Waiting until a problem arises can limit what is covered or make insurance less useful. And finally, revisit your policy as your pet gets older or as your situation changes. Your budget, your pet's health, and your comfort level with risk may evolve over time. Making small adjustments to your coverage can help ensure it continues to fit your needs instead of becoming something you forget about until a problem arises. On a personal note, I know how overwhelming it can feel to try to decide what's best for your pet, especially when you're balancing cost with care. You're not alone in that, and there's no one size fits all answer. But I highly recommend checking out a couple of different options, and again, that link is down below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is dedicated to helping you understand insurance options in a clear, straightforward way so you can make more confident and aligned choices. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you aren't already, and of course, leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.